Welcome back, guys, to the Rue Speaks podcast. I am your host, Jakara. Listen, I went on a walk today and I am afraid that the experts might be right. Going on a walk really does improve your mood. But you know what? I was feeling so good until my neighbor's dogs. Okay, can we talk about my neighbor's dogs? They have some German Shepherds, and it's like every time I'm about to film something or record something, they're like, hey, let's mess with her and let's be on our worst behavior. Although I feel like they're always on their worst behavior. But today they decided to bark, 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 knowing that I have a short amount of time to record this podcast. So, yay. Welcome. You're probably like, Jakara, you have so much energy this early in the morning. Yes, because I really did go on a walk today and I am shocked at the results, okay? You put on some Suavemente, you put on your favorite song, Soldier Boy. I mean, you put that on and you go on a walk and you just start moving. You move your body. I like to move my body and then dance and sing because it's like I'm on a street. Nobody's really there. I'm not singing super loud to where I'm annoying. And, I just like to vibe. And the next thing you know, I'm already back at my starting place and I've worked up a sweat and my mood has significantly changed. It's like when I used to live in LA and I would go, my first apartment in LA, I used to go to Club Pilates. Don't recommend because it's always really hard to get into. But I would go to Club Pilates, and when I would come back, I'd be jamming to music in my car, and then I'd get to my apartment. I can see it now. I'd get back into my apartment and let my dog out, and I was just having an amazing day before I started work. That was my routine. And if I wasn't doing that, I was taking Stitch on a walk and trying to avoid the crazy people that were on my street. Or I would go for a walk. And this one time I went for a walk and I stopped at this cafe because it was on the way. And then I got followed. So that part sucked. But at least I made it outside and I didn't get kidnapped. That's a feat right there. Yeah, so I've just been listening to old music and stuff while I go on my walks, songs of my generation, songs that really had an impact on me as a 30 something year old youth. And that's like the Pussycat Dolls when I grow up. Honestly, I'm thinking about just having that as my alarm, blasting when I wake up in the morning, so I'm already there. Yeah, I did my affirmations again today. Shout out to ChatGPT. And I'm just reminding myself that I am that girl. I'm that girl. But not uh y'all, I've decided to get back into dating. I've decided to get back into dating. I know. Who am I? So I went back on the apps and I was like, being on here does not make me feel like I'm that girl because it's like the men that are liking me, it's like, what are you thinking? Why are you liking this? You really thought you had a chance with me. Or it's like, I don't know what it is. Actually, I don't even want to speak it, but in the past, I would attract weird men. And I was like, is it me? No, it's not me. Men are just creepy these days. Men are creepy. Okay, so the last time I really was dating, so okay, I went on this date, right? So Bumble BFF had this thing. It was a meet IRL at my favorite place, which is Prank Bar in LA. They used to have this really good squid ink pasta and they got rid of it. How dare you? And I met a guy, and I'm pretty sure he's a serial killer. I think I talked about this before, but he talked about how much he hated his mother and just wished his mom would die. And then some other stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if I hear something from that man in a few years because of how creepy that was. Okay. Then there was this guy who found me on TikTok and we started messaging, and he would say things like, I love you already. Or things like, I love you and your dog already. weird. And then I didn't respond to him for a day, and he just like went off and then blocked me on everything. And then there was this guy I had met at San Diego Pride, and we had a good conversation in the car, and I like gave him my Instagram because we were talking about film. And then I put out a piece about dating. Okay, I put out a piece about dating, and he was like, "Is this about me? Is this about ghosting? Like, I just don't know, like, your generation, what you..." Like, sir, I don't even remember your name, and you think that I made a whole post about you. Weird. I don't know. And then there was a time I went on this date with this guy who was like, I can take you to an island. And then I like, he held my hand, and it just like, it felt like baby hands. It felt like baby hands. But I'm just like, oh, if I want to do that, if I want to go that route, I have to go outside. And it's like, I do go outside, and I do get hit on, but then I don't know what it is. I'll be in it in the moment, and then I'll just like, meh. I'll flirt in the moment, and then I'll go home, and I'm no longer into it. And I really need to examine why that is. I'll talk to my therapist about it next Thursday when we have our session. But oh my gosh, you know what? I should just send my therapist this podcast. I should send my therapist this podcast so that when we have therapy, she's all caught up, and then I don't have to like catch her up. She just already heard the podcast. That might not be a good idea, but something to noodle on. Anyways, dating. Yeah, your girl has to start dating, and it has to try. I mean, I don't have to. I want to. I just want to be able to like talk to somebody and not get the ick, I just want to be able to like get dressed up, go on dates, and then come home. Because it's like, how is it that the girls and girlfriends, Sex in the City, all of that, how did they have the time and the energy after work, after having a social life, to go on dates? It's like I'm at this point where I have to choose between if I'm going to edit a video or go on a date. So maybe I shouldn't date. And it's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get married now, I want to have babies now. But it's like, I need a little more human interaction of the opposite sex in a non-platonic way. I gave up my favorite situationship for like a while, a long time ago. And it's kind of just been, and I'll like meet a guy, but it's like nobody is like that top option for me. And it's like, okay, just have fun, just entertain. But it's like, I'm really a all eggs, in one basket kind of girl. And I've decided to move away from that. Which will be interesting because you know what? That guy, the weird serial killer guy, he actually listened to a podcast that I was on. And then that's how the conversation about his mommy issues and everything came up, because I said, like, if you have mommy issues, like, that's a red flag. And he was like, I don't know, he spoke to that. And I was like, ooh, so maybe I should be careful about what's said on the podcast. But like, is a guy really going to listen to 9 minutes and be like, oh, she puts all her eggs in one basket? That's me. I'm going to be the egg in the one basket. Maybe, because guys are a little strange. So, yeah, I want somebody who's successful. I want somebody who has their life together because I'm working towards something. Someone who's smart, someone who's funny. I just have like this long list of things, and only one person has like come close to that. And I don't know. And then there's the fact that men just don't like to settle down. It's like men are in their 30s, but they're like, I have until my 40s. You have until your 40s? Like, ew, I hate that I have to like think about the fact of one day like freezing my eggs. I have to think about freezing my eggs one day. Because apparently by the age of 35, you have a geriatric pregnancy, which I think is ridiculous. But you know what? My sister, seeing her, she like got married and then popped it out and everything. And it's like, I'm not even ready for a baby. Like, I'm too young. But I am ready for a fulfilling partnership. Yes. So maybe I'll just like put together a vision board. I think that's what it is. I'll put together like my vision board. I'm a part of this awesome like co-working space, and you get like 200 free prints a month. And I'm like, does that include color? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, so then can I just print out all of my photos that I need for my vision board and do it here? I think I will. I think I'm going to go to that place, set myself up on a desk, have all the printouts, cut it up, glue it up, make a cute little collage, because the last time I made a vision board, like a physical vision board, it came true. I put Netflix on there. And I think like 2 weeks later I had a Netflix audition for like voiceover, and that was like my first voiceover audition, and it was something that just like really stood out, and it was great. It was great. So I'm like, maybe that's what I need to do, because I've tried these digital vision boards and I don't know, it just doesn't stick. It just doesn't stick. And yeah, so maybe I'll put dating back on my vision board. I told you guys I'm working on this project, but the project that I'm working on, it's for other people. It's not for me, and it has something to do with dating. So yes, doing some dating content for you guys. But I don't know. I think it's just like I gotta start going back on my solo dates. Bring back single in the city, because there's some restaurants I've been wanting to try, and it's like I'm okay with going with a guy to a restaurant, but then it's like, what does this guy expect? Like, if he puts down money, he expects a certain thing. And first of all, I'm not just going to give you some nookie just because you expect it and I don't even know you. And especially the fact that, like, women have been going on these apps and then going on dates and then, dying because of these serial killers. And my close encounter with the guy that I'm pretty sure is a serial killer, like, I'm not sleeping with you. Actually, didn't Glenn Powell, he talked about how his friend went on a date and the guy wanted to give her a massage, and he put this cream on her and she felt like it was burning, and you found out it was like this thing that breaks down your skin because the guy was a cannibal. That's what's out there in the world. Or there's baby mama drama, which I just refuse to be a part of. Guys lying about having kids, guys lying about being married, or a guy being married and just being okay with, hey, can I take you out? And then you say, you're married. And he's like, do you have a problem with that? Do I have a problem with that? You are married, sir. Yes, I have a problem with that. And it's not even like, oh, we're in an open relationship. Like, at least lie. Not that I would even go that route. But the fact that you're so brazen and bold to be like, I'm married. Do you have a problem with that? And this guy, he was probably like 40. And I was like, this is sad. This is sad for your wife out there. Also, another reason why I'm scarred from dating is I just don't want to get a coming to you as a woman or a hey girl Instagram DM. For the longest time, I couldn't check my DMs because that's what was coming through. And it was unfortunate. You're probably like, girl, were the signs that... No. These guys were really good at hiding. They were really good at hiding. Especially this one guy I talked to. He was just really good at hiding. So it's like, I have to get over being jaded, and I have to get back out there, and I'll do it. And I'll update you guys with how it's going. But dating, But it's like, I don't know, one day you wake up and everybody tells you don't get pregnant, and they say marriage, you're too young, and suddenly you wake up and you're of age, and I mean you're past of age, and then you start to think, okay, marriage. See, I can't even say children because I'm not in that place right now. I saw my little niece, love her, but my sister has 2 kids now, and they're under 2. And that's not what I want right now. It just seems like I just want to have a house and be well established. And there's just so many things I'm trying to do. So maybe I just shouldn't date, huh? Guys, let me know. I just keep going back and forth about this, but I don't know. I just want to like, it would be cool to like have my partner, but like it just, we just like do our thing. Like we aren't trying to have a baby until like maybe 5 years. Like I don't know. And I can freeze my eggs. Like I don't know. I just want to be established. I just want to be established career wise. So we shall see. Anyways, guys, I have to go. I gotta get ready for work. But as always, thank you for listening, for watching. I know this was a ramble. Go on a walk today, because I promise you, going on a walk will change your mood, change your energy, and you're just gonna feel so much better. I promise you. Um, yeah, so be sure to listen. Monday through Friday, I'm here giving you your daily check-in entertainment news. I didn't really talk a lot about entertainment, but I talked about dating, and y'all probably care about dating, okay? Because if you're like me, you care about some dating. But yeah, definitely subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you thought of this podcast.